you look at Yoshi's last two starts, does it just seem like he's kind of gotten back to that guy that we saw at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, I think so. I think he just kind of, recalibrated the strike throwing. The split was really good today. The fastball, obviously, the command was really good. Got some early outs, a lot of strikeouts, and was really good tonight.
You talked about just the lack of familiarity between these two teams. How did you, I guess, kind of like how your offense got to Smith early in this game and kind of how they were putting at-bats together?
Well, I think, it started with the Will at bat, and obviously the first inning, he gets 2 outs on 2 pitches, and then Will earns a walk, Muntz gets a walk, and then we get a couple hits right there and got the pitch count up, which was huge to set the tone for the game and to get him out after 5 innings. And that kid's got good stuff. So to get him out after 5, getting their bullpen a little bit, I just think it was good that coming off an off day, fed off the momentum from Yoshinobu and got hits when we needed to. And Tommy had a big hit right there in that first inning. And obviously Shohei did what Shohei does, and we'll be ready for tomorrow as well.
You talked about he was struggling, that Yamamoto was being too fine. Could it help to face the Rockies and White Sox to make you feel more confident in the zone and sort of get launched back into place a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, there might be something to it, certainly. I just still believe that, regardless of the opponent, if he's doing what he's doing, he's going to be effective. But, yeah, there might be something to, different teams. But it's still, any given night, big league team can get you. And I was just happy that he was still, aggressive and using his split, putting hitters away. But he's doing what he needs to do.
You kind of talked about treading water through that rough stretch of games that you had there. Right? You guys just a couple weeks ago were tied for first place. Now you guys are 8 games up. Is this kind of how you drew it up?
Yeah, I think so. We're still, I still think that there's some more in there as far as kind of how we're playing, as far as in totality. But, certainly on the pitching side, I think we're really pitching well. The bullpen's been great, kind of stabilized. We're getting a lot of contributions from guys in the middle to the bottom of the order, which is huge. We're getting timely hits. So, yeah, and obviously in that kind of gauntlet of going through, 26 games of some really good opponents and record-wise and getting through that and, not letting down and just staying on the gas, I think that's good and, finish strong to get to the break.
I think you kind of referenced this, but I don't think we've kind of seen maybe the team that we were kind of expecting was going to kind of roll over everybody. The fact that you guys are 8 games up, despite everything that's kind of gone wrong, how optimistic does that make you about what this team could look like by the time you guys are going into the playoffs?
Yeah, and I think that, the one thing I've learned is, the most important thing is, once you get there, you got to be playing your best baseball because obviously anything can happen. But, yeah, we haven't been at full strength all year, and a lot of teams can say the same thing. But to our credit, no one's kind of made any excuses about that. Guys have taken advantage of opportunities. And I still believe our best baseball is ahead of us, and I expected us, to kind of go through that gauntlet and get on a heater, and that's kind of what's happening. And, all the while not really playing our best baseball, in my opinion.
Ohtani isn't the only one to 30 homers before the All-Star break this year, but, does it kind of put it in perspective, like, just his output, well, he's also been doing so much to be on the mound?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if perspective kind of even lands with Shohei. Just kind of seeing it day to day and all that it entails of him getting ready to play a game, kind of realize the expectations that he has on himself, and still pitching and staying healthy and doing all that stuff. That's hard to wrap my head around, to be quite honest. But he's as good as anyone as I've seen, is kind of compartmentalizing, expectation, noise, different facets of the game, all the while performing. So I just kind of stand back and just in amazement, actually.
When facing a team where there's just not as much familiarity, kind of what are the cues you're looking for? What were you seeing from Smith today and just kind of finding different ways to get some success offensively?
Well, obviously we have a lot of information just from scouting and video. We knew he had a good fastball. The changeup he used to lefties, can be a tough pitch. Today it seemed like he had his curveball over the changeup, but I think in that first inning we did a good job of just putting together tough at bats. A good walk by Max, big hit by Teo, another big hit by Andy, and then was able to dump one in there to finish it off. So just being on the fastball and trying to be on time.
Do you find that you're kind of getting to that point where you're seeing just the consistent results, and how has that been just for you personally?
Yeah, it's definitely been better. I feel more comfortable up there, and especially in the situations where I can drive guys in and play a little baseball, do something to help the team win, and that's really the name of the game. And I think there's still some work to do, but I think a lot of the hard work has paid off.
Is there anything you've done timing-wise to get better to the fastball in the last week or so?
A few things. I opened up my stance a little bit, and I, kind of started a little bit bigger of a leg kick, just to get myself moving a little bit earlier, and open my stance up just to keep myself from, my body getting in the way of the bat getting to the ball, and so those are the things that we're kind of, we were seeing and trying to keep tabs on at this point.
前回に続いて今回も、いいピッチングだったんですけども、そういったパフォーマンスをするのにどういったことを考えたり必要とされていますか？
しっかり1週間、自分のペースで落ち着いていい調整ができてますし、変わらずコンディションもいいので、自信を持ってマウンドに上がれたと思います。
今そのオールスターの話がよくあるんですけども、その中で山本さん、選ばれるのではないだろうかと。でそういった舞台のことっていうのは山本さんにとってどういう意味を持ちますか？
この、メジャーリーグという、トップの舞台の中の、さらにトップの選手が、集まる場所なので、その中に、入りたいなという気持ちもありますし、とにかく、選んでいただけたらとても光栄です。
あまり対戦してない先発ピッチャーですけども、どう対策を立てて打ったんですか？
最初の2打席は抑えられましたし、3打席目で最後いいスイングができたので、今日はやっぱり由伸が素晴らしい仕事をしてくれたのでよかったなと思います。
由伸とかパヘスも今オールスターに向けて頑張ってますけども、オールスターに向けての活躍っていうのはどこまで期待していますか？
本当にどちらの選手も、みんなそうですけどふさわしい成績じゃないかなと思うので、ドジャースから多くの選手がオールスターで一緒にプレーできれば嬉しいなと思います。